Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to take you along my day as I begin to early spring clean my house. So as you can see, it's a beautiful day and I thought this would be perfect time to begin my spring cleaning. So let's begin our day. So I'm starting out with my breakfast, which is the breakfast of champions. I'm having just some cereal and I'm getting myself ready to begin my busy day. So before I began with my chores, I decided that I wanted to make myself a nice hot cup of green tea to start my day and get some energy. So I'm making myself a nice green tea and then we will begin our day. So as I was making my tea, I realized that on my plants that I had on my island, my kitchen island, there was a bunch of bugs, little black bugs on them. So I was trying to see where they were coming from. I had a plant of basil, dill, my fern that's trying to survive, and another plant that I had there. And I'm just trying to get rid of all these bugs that are absolutely everywhere. And I had all these plants on top of a small little cutting board, so I was looking at the cutting board because you could see them all crawling around on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and wash the cutting board and I'm going to end up taking out all of these plants outside because, yeah, these bugs are just so gross. So now that I'm done with Operation Pest Control, it's time to enjoy my nice hot cup of green tea. And my son was there with me, so if you see me talking, I'm not talking to myself. My son is actually there. So I'm trying to clean up around this area because there's still a few little buggers flying around there. I don't know if you can see me kind of swatting them, but there was still a few little buggers that were still trying to be persistent, and so I had to continue to clean these suckers out of here. Trying to stay on top of my health. So it's time to take all these vitamins. After my tea, it's time to go outside and clean the dog's toilets. I'll spare you this part. Okay, so I'm going to go to Redbox and drop off this movie that I rented last night and look at the front of my porch. Yep, need to clean that up. And I wanted to show you guys my bestie made this cute little mask, the Beauty and the Beast one. Love it. So I'm dropping off my movie, but I do have hand sanitizer just in case you guys are curious. Always sanitizing. And on my way to pick up Priscilla, because I was going to go pick up Priscilla, I saw Dollar Tree. And I wanted to show you guys these little bunnies. I was thinking about getting them. I did do a DIY on those bunnies, and my daughter loved them so much that I ended up giving them to her. And look at these gnomes. They finally made it to my Dollar Tree. Oh my God, they are so adorable. I love them. And they brought back the bath bombs. These are pretty awesome, you guys. I recommend them. Now I got to my daughter's house and I'm going to drop off these gnomes and I'm going to pick up Priscilla. Someone's excited to see Grandma. She's excited to go home with her grandma and she loves going on the car rides. And look at her here. Isn't she being a good girl? She's just chilling, laying down because she knows where she's going. She knows she's going to Grandma's house. So she decided to get up and get some fresh air. Look at her. She knows she's not supposed to be standing up, but she couldn't resist the fresh air. So as we get home, I'm going to go ahead and play with Priscilla just a little bit to get her a little tired so I can go about my day with my chores. And here's Dodger. He had a little accident inside the house as soon as we got there, and so he thinks he's in trouble. My poor little old guy can't control it anymore. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to give these dogs a snack. Look at Priscilla, she shakes hands for a snack. And then Dodger, I wanted to make sure he knew that we weren't upset at him. Poor little guy. And these are the things that I picked up at Dollar Tree. The main reason why I went was for that glove to clean my blinds. So, you guys, what do you think of my haircut? I hate it. It's too short. But it's time to get ready to clean. I'm on cleaning mode now. And I come downstairs and look at what I see. Oh my goodness. So I decided to take a little lunch break. I was going to have my hummus with my veggies, and Priscilla, she loves carrots. So I was going to share my carrots with Priscilla. Dodger, on the other hand, he can't stand carrots. He hates them. But I'm going to give him a little piece of carrot because I don't want him to feel like I'm giving her something else. And of course, he's not going to eat it. He's such a diva. So these sugar snap peas are from our garden. My husband and my son came outside about a couple days ago, and they picked these sugar snap peas, and they are so delicious, especially with hummus. So here's the video where my husband was in town for the weekend, and him and my son went out there to get the sugar snap peas, and I figured I would throw it in this video here so you guys can see those sugar snap peas that we grew. There weren't many, but we only had 2 plants, and they were really, really good, you guys. I recommend you guys growing them. They're so easy to grow. Look at that. And then also look at the kale. My husband and my son were actually harvesting some kale, and wow, we've already had quite a bit of kale, and it just keeps on growing. Same thing for the romaine lettuce. My son pulls out 2 heads of lettuce there. Look at that. So awesome. Yum, yum. So I'm coming outside to cut some mint because I want to make myself tea later on when I take a little lunch break. So I can steep some fresh mint tea. I love mint, but it's actually really overpowering. It's overtaking now. As you can see, the bottom right there where the brick is at is starting to come out. So when you plant mint, you gotta be careful where you plant it. I thought maybe I would have it contained in this little area, but it's starting to grow out from underneath those bricks. So yeah, be careful where you plant your mint, you guys. It's delicious. I love it, but yeah, it really overtakes wherever you plant it in your garden. Here are my sad little plants that I'm probably going to have to get rid of because they are just infested with whatever those little black bugs are. Oh well, that's just how it goes. Okay, so I have this thing that when I clean, I have to have music. Now Priscilla thinks this is a dance party for her. She loves to dance. She loves music and she loves dancing. But when I clean my house, I prefer to be home alone and have my music on and just start cleaning. So today I just decided that I want to hear some jazz vocals, and I'm going to start now with my cleaning. Do any of you guys like to sing and dance to music while you clean, or am I the only weird one? So I went to Dollar Tree and I had bought these dry cloths for the Swiffer, and I'll be using that for my windows, and my son was making some iced coffee. Okay, now the real cleaning begins. So I like to use this spray glass cleaner that I get at Walmart, and I like to use the Swiffer the Swiffer mop to do this because I can't reach the top, and it may leave little smudges here and there, but I take care of that a little later. And then also I like to clean the tracks of my doors, and I do this, maybe once or twice a month, depending. And then I usually get my vacuum and I use the hose to vacuum up all that debris after. But Priscilla's here and Priscilla gets crazy. So here is what it looks like, nice and clean. And so a trick that the guy that installed our doors taught us is to get some furniture polish and put it on the tracks, and you see how it glides easily? And so now on the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. The difference is I'll be using this Windex glass cleaner, the spray, not the spray, but the liquid, and to see what the difference is on both sides, to see which one I prefer. But honestly, I prefer the spray can than the liquid because it leaves it really, really streaky with the liquid. So I just go ahead and I clean my glass doors with that, and then I'll come back with a paper towel, and then I'll just clean off all the streaks. But if I had to choose between both of them, I would definitely use the spray can, not the liquid glass cleaner. For the outside of my glass doors, I scrub them down with the water hose because there is a lot of dirt and dust on there from our windy days that we have here. Crazy windy days that we get here. Now for this part, I do get my step ladder, and I got a squeegee from Dollar Tree, and I just get all the extra water off of there, and then I'll come back with a paper towel, and then I'll get any parts that were still wet, and that's how I do the outside. And look at how clean they look. They look really, really clean. So now I'm taking a little break, drinking my coffee, and of course I had to spill some on me. But anyway, this little trick I actually seen Design on a Dime do with this little glove from Dollar Tree to clean the blinds. And so I decided that I would give it a try and see how it works, and it works great, you guys. Once I'm done dusting, then I go ahead and I clean the glass on the windows. And then I also do my fan blades. These get really dusty, so I try to get these done a lot more frequently so they don't get that buildup. And also in my bathroom, this fan up here, I clean it quite often because if you don't, then you get that big thick dust on there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything from in here, so when I start cleaning that, and then turn on the fan, so when you're dusting it, it doesn't go everywhere. The fan actually sucks up all that dust back up there, and you don't get as much fallout when you're doing this. So let's clean this fan. See how easy that was? Nice and clean. And when you turn on the fan, you don't get a lot of that dust falling everywhere. Now here's something else that I do. Every single time I clean my toilet, I clean this right here. This hose that's right here, I always make sure I clean it, and that back little knob and that little plaque in the wall, I always clean that. And I'm going to use this Clorox wipe to go ahead and clean all that. This is once I've already cleaned my toilet. Then I do this, and you'll never have all that dust and rust on there. Nice and clean. Also do your baseboards. I also do all my baseboards as well. The next thing that I'm going to clean is the back of the door. On here you get this black stuff that always comes off of these brackets. I don't know why, but I just use this Clorox wipe to clean it off. Usually I'll use a magic eraser, and it comes right off. So yeah, that's something that I do. And also I clean my doors. I'll just get a nice soapy cloth, and I'll just go and clean around all my doors as well. Spring cleaning, gotta love it, right? I also clean the handles of the door and the light switches because they are full of germs, and I do this every time I clean the bathroom. Now it's time for me to move into the dining room and do the same thing all over again with the blinds and the windows. And I have Priscilla dancing around like a crazy doggy that she is. I also clean the walls, but I'm not doing that today. That'll be for another day. Also, I use two different types of gloves. These are for the kitchen and these are for the bathroom. And then I do this every single time that I cook, I fry anything. I always clean my cabinets, but I do this when I don't fry anything. I do this once a month. And I also get the backsplash. And look who fell asleep. Priscilla. She took a little nap. Got tired of dancing. But that quickly she was up and running. And look at that. She already smudged my clean doors with her nose. The boogers on her nose. And now I'm going to finish up with the outside. I need to clean up all those leaves that keep coming inside the house. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and mop my floor. I already swept. Now it's time to mop. And then I was going to put out some of my Easter stuff, but then I decided, you know what? That'll be for tomorrow. And I was just talking to my son. Alright, it's time for dinner. So my son didn't realize that he had his face right in front of the camera. But I was just making a salad. There's that romaine lettuce from our garden. It was so delicious. Look at that. I'm just happy to see the lettuce. The small things that, make me happy. My son just realized that he was on the camera. And now he's just being a goofball. See? He looks just like his mama. Dinner is served. Alright, after dinner, I decided to make us some of that mint tea. So now it's time to unwind. Just a little bit. Smells delicious. And my daughter surprised me. She got there early to pick up Priscilla. So I had to share this moment of her with her little puppy. She's a grown dog, but we still call her a puppy. And just like that, the weather changed to cold and windy. Well, that's the end of my early spring cleaning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And now I'm just going to go ahead and cuddle up and watch some TV. And I'm going to watch this movie here. It's one of my favorites. It's Easter Parade with Judy Garland. Love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some ideas. And I want to thank you as always for stopping by. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.